watching this presentation of the Upland Racing League.
Brought to you by the UPX Podcast. Catch them Thursday nights at 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific. Promotional consideration for today's race has been paid for by the following. The UPX Podcast and the Hyde Park Ninjas and the Metaverse Auto Group Dealership and by Mahoney MV Motorsports and myupland.info and My Next World and by Custom Craft Universe and by Anthology Puzzles, The Bag of Upland, and Iceman Manufacturing, and the Metaverse Racing News Network.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are finally back after a little bit of a hiatus to let the Upland get racing fixed, but we are back. We are back with week number 2, and of course, as always, I'm joined by my co-host, URL Race Commissioner Dak. Dak, welcome back. How are you? How's things going?
Good, man. It's been kind of weird. No racing, just it's not Upland without racing.
I know, but we've got things fixed. Now, we have to talk about it a little bit because
Yeah.
the mechanics are completely different. And things that we were never used to before, we got to get used to now. And the number one thing we got to get used to is using that brake button because it is so important now. Just because of the way things are running, you have to know how to use the brake. And boy, can it be crippling if you don't. It can really put the kibosh on any plans of winning a race for sure. So,
Yeah.
good luck to everybody. I hope the drivers are ready. I hope they've been practicing. We made the announcement we were coming back this week last week, so we gave everybody about 10 days or so to practice. And hopefully they did that and heeded the warnings because boy, they're
This
going
track, holy cow.
to. Yeah, for sure. We, you know, it is a very tricky track that we're playing on this week. And like I said, and we'll get to that in just a minute, but I can't wait to see how these racers navigate this cool track and see where we're at. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump right into. And first, I want to go ahead and get everybody that's on the stream, get them signed up to win something cool. So we are going to do our first giveaway, which is brought to us by Bad to the Bone Manufacturing. We're going to give away a suspended seat and a Vitruvian man from Leonardo da Vinci. So very cool. So hashtag B to the B, baby. Let's get it. And we'll let that run for a little bit while we do some talking here, and we'll give away one of our first items here very shortly. So hashtag B to the B and jump in there and get something cool uh, with us here today. So just wanted to take a quick look at where we kind of left off on week number 1 because we did get week number 1 in before they hit the kibosh on us and moved us into this new era of racing. So we're bumping right up with week number 2. San Mahoney, Matsuda, taking 1 and 2 spots last on week number 1. Wander 1976 coming in with a 3rd place finish. Buellman in 4th, Phalos 5th. M Wagon, Mizzy, and Wolf Warner, a newly formed team. The Den of Wolves there coming in 6th and 7th. TB 125 and 8th, and Metaspook 9th Akapropi 10th, Caesar in 11th, and Funky Beats in 12th. So hopefully those drivers at the bottom will be able to have a little bit of advantage maybe with the new mechanics. We'll have to just see how this kind of plays out. But if you're looking at the team standings, this is a race to 1 million UPX brought to you by the Vegas Motor Car Company and yours truly, Mass Chef Motors. If you haven't had a chance to check out carts and cars at either one of those locations, by all means, please do. Thank you. We see, of course, the Mahoney MV Motorsports team on top with 23 points. Castle Elite in second place with 14, tied with Neo MW Motorsports in second place there with also 14. Metaforce Racing comes in fourth place with Hyde Park Ninjas in fifth. And the Den of Wolves did not gain any points in race number one, but they have a chance to pick those back up moving forward as they were a newly formed team after race one. So Den of Wolves Racing with Wolf Warner and M. Wagamizzi jumping in there in the bottom spot. So hopefully they'll be able to make up some ground and get us moving. With that said, let's go ahead and introduce our drivers for today's race. We'll get heat number one set up and we'll get on it. Introducing our drivers for the 2024 URL UPX Podcast Pro Series Championship. Racing for the Neo MW Motorsports Racing Team, number 21, Wanderer 1976, and number 13, Metaspook. Representing Den of Wolves Racing, and number 15, Wolf Warner, and number 15, M. Wagamizzi. Representing the Hyde Park Ninjas, it's the Heroes of Hyde. Number 14, Funky Beats, and number 8, Caesar. Representing the Castle Elite Racing Team, number 10, Buellman, and number 18, TB125. Representing the Metaforce Racing Team, number 4, Akapropi, and number 5, Phalos. And finally, representing the 4-time Series Championship winners, Mahoney MV Motorsports, number 6, Matt Suter, and number 21, San Mahoney, with alternate driver, Risey. All right, and that's our drivers for today's race. For anybody that doesn't know who they are, so we're super excited, looking forward to this. It's going to be awesome. But like we were talking about, let's check out this track for today because this thing is crazy. We're at Puerto Madero Speedway in Buenos Aires. The first time that we've actually raced, I believe, outside of a U.S. track. So this is going to be super cool. This is 20 turns. Crazy, crazy track. Very limited spots for boosts. And the new boost mechanic is considerably different. So it's going to be very important for drivers to use that boost at the appropriate spots. And then, of course, you get up around turns 15, 16. It becomes dangerous. I expect to see lots of skidding, lots of skid outs in that particular area. So it's going to be hairy. It's going to be wild. I can't wait to see it. So I know we've got the first heat drivers jumping in there. Let's go ahead and talk about who's in our first heat today. We have San Mahoney, TB125, Caesar, Phalos, Wolf Warner, and Metaspook that are racing in heat number one with Wolf Warner as the starter. Now, we have reinstated the qualifying laps moving forward since they've actually fixed the qualifier. So we've reinstated the qualifying laps. So as you set up these races, you'll be racing as a private server, no AI, with qualifying lap and with a 194 MPS score. Don't forget the heat races. They stake is 5,000 UPX per race, and then the final race is 100 UPX, so we don't make everybody poor who made it to the finals. So It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I think, it's a heck of a way to come back, right? New mechanics, it's the qualifying lap, getting everyone back into racing. It's almost like we are going back to when we first started. Who knows how it's going to work?
Right, and not only that, but we gotta stay in step with the way Upland does things, and that is, poof, here you go. We're gonna upset the apple cart and just throw all kinds of stuff at you. So, um, it should be pretty entertaining. I can't wait to see how it works out for sure.
Yeah, and I think that there was a lot of interesting points that have been made. I know racing in general, the idea is trying to make it a little more dynamic, a little more exciting, and so I like that, and we've said this from the very beginning. Upland has been very good about trying to roll out functionality little by little over the past 2 years. So, like almost every 3 months, there was something new that was coming out for racing, and we're getting to the point where it's becoming very. It's not your RNG model anymore.
Yeah, that's for sure. It has gone from RNG to a serious player controlled attributes. You know, player based skill racing versus the generated racing style that we started out with literally a little over 2 years ago now, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
yeah,
So yeah,
I think
we're
our
coming up.
first race was like September 23rd,
Yeah,
2022.
yeah, we're actually coming up on the third anniversary of the Upland Racing League, which is really almost hard to believe. Um, yeah, it's getting really kind of crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's good.
So don't forget, everybody. Hashtag B to the B. Get in there and get yourself some cool gear from some of our sponsors. This is coming from Bad to the Bone. Uh, Gave us some stuff to give away, so we're really cool and thankful for them for doing that. So let me just pop
Yeah.
that back up on there.
So I can't
Hashtag
enter,
B to the
right?
B. You cannot enter. I'm sorry, you cannot. I tried.
Yeah.
The stuff's been sitting on my lot for weeks now, so I'm kind of happy to free up some inventory space. Um, but yeah, hashtag B to the B. Jump in there, get yourself some cool stuff from Bad to the Bone Manufacturing. Uh, Special shout out to them and a big thank you for them for donating gifts for us today.
I want their logo. That is a cool logo.
Yeah, we got
Bad to the bone.
Wolf Warner starting the race. We're just waiting on a code to be posted here.
Yep, he's getting that up and running. And Wolf Warner, we weren't sure if he was going to make it or if it was going to be his alt, but he is racing today, so that's exciting.
Absolutely, yeah, that's awesome. They must have let school out early today, so he could jump in there, or
Yeah.
he kicked all the students out.
Well, talking about schools closing early and so forth. Hey, I'm down in Florida, so my heart goes out to all of the folks out on the West Coast that got hit hard. I'm up in Jacksonville, so it wasn't so bad, but oh man, it's just it's painful to see the devastation that the West Coast suffered. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks, the families, the uplanders that are out on the West Coast of Florida.
Absolutely, and shout out to them as well. I have relatives that were in just north of Tampa. They came through it okay. I had some other friends that were kind of centrally located just east of Tampa, but then they evacuated and moved south towards Miami. So they actually did pretty good as well. So um, been very thankful for everybody that was able to help out family members and friends, and shout out to everybody who was down there and kind of went through that. And our hearts go out to you and prayers as well. So
Yeah, it's a thing, man. So, uh, with that out of the way, let's we're getting the codes. Why don't we give Wolf Warner a little bit of time and maybe go to throw it to a commercial break?
absolutely, let's go ahead and jump off and hear a message from our corporate sponsors.
Today's race brought to you by the UPX Podcast. Catch them Thursday nights at 9:15 p.m. Eastern.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.
All right, and we're back, and we did get the code from Wolf Warner, and we've posted it up. So everybody's got to jump in there and get their qualifying laps in.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because I'm glad we're not live when the music is playing because you get to see me. But yeah,
I
no.
know. Yeah, you're right. It's a good thing we're not live. All right, so far we have Wolf Warner, Metaspook, and Phalos in there. We're looking for Caesar, TB 125. We got Sam Mahoney in there. Caesar TB 125. That's all we're waiting on now. Hopefully they can get in there and get their qualifying heat in. And strangely enough, I don't think I've heard from either one of those guys on the racing channel.
Yeah.
Race today, so hopefully they're able to get in.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully everyone, I know we were dark for a little bit, but we definitely gave it a bit of time.
I think. Just checking in here, making sure we got the qualifying lap in there. All right, so we only have 3 entries so far into our first giveaway, and I also have a couple of cards to give away here in a little while as well. So hopefully we get some more viewers in on this. There's TB125 made his way into the race, so we're just looking for Caesar now at this point. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and draw our winner for the map assets. Be ready to take some names down here. We've got 3 entries so far.
Easy peasy.
Should be pretty easy. And Tolton, JH Tolton, winner of a couple of map assets there. JH hit me up in Discord DM, and we will get your prizes over to you. Congratulations, JH, on that one.
All right. So we're still waiting on, how do you get in as spectator?
Well, we wait until the lobby is full or the race is
Oh.
So we're down to 2 minutes roughly for the race to start.
I was trying to figure out how you knew who was missing.
So I know who's missing because I am using myupland.info race lobby. So myupland.info has a race lobby tool that you can use, and it shows what track you're on, what the MPS limit is, the entry fee, the status, and who the racers are that are currently in the race. So it refreshes every 15 seconds. Super handy. So if anybody hasn't been over there yet, myupland.info, and check that out. Very cool and useful tools from Buellman on his website there. So I use it a lot.
Well, that is so good. You explained that to me. Thank you. I was a little lost.
Glad I could help.
We're not creating commercials for our sponsors. What are you talking about?
Not at all. I don't know what you mean.
We really do appreciate our sponsors, so thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so hopefully we can get these guys in here pretty quick. So we're still missing Caesar. That's unfortunate because I don't think he's going to have time to actually get in the race now.
Mm.
It is about to start here in just a few seconds, so we are going to get ready to jump in as spectators, and we will check out
And
this
he was on
first
Discord
heat. Number
too.
one, he was, yeah.
That's too bad.
All right, should be ticking right down here, and we should be good. I'm going to jump in as a spectator.
Yep. Oh, now the code is incorrect.
Yeah, something's going on.
Uh-oh. Maybe spectator mode doesn't work anymore?
Well, that'll be a bummer.
Yeah, that will be a bummer. We need spectator mode to be able to get in and
It is not letting me in this race. Are you kidding me right now?
nope. All right. Maybe one of the folks can post it. That's
Well,
gonna be a challenge.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Something to bring back to Upland.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, and I hate asking the drivers to stream because they're in the middle of dancing.
They're in the middle of the racing. Yeah, so all right. So hopefully
we'll get an update.
we'll get an update here pretty soon. And in the meantime, we are going to hang out and chat with our usual race has started. I got confirmation that the race has started on my Upland Info tool.
Maybe we can follow it on the Upland Info tool.
All right. Well, so let's see. So how you been?
Well, now I'm kind of thinking. So I wonder if Buleman, since he's able to connect in, I wonder if he would be able to also capture the video of the race and
That'd be
allow
nice.
people to spectate from outside of Upland.
Right.
That we wouldn't have to rely on Upland's tech to show it. So Buleman, if you're not racing, is he racing in the first one?
I don't think he's in the first one. No.
Okay, so then he's listening. Yeah, work on that, Buleman. Yeah.
Now the good thing is that if I go over to another page on his site, I can, because we do racing for stakes.
I'm sorry. Did you see J.H. Tolton's time to start tap dancing?
Right. Do 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 do. What up? What up, OG Killa? How you doing? So let's see here. We have not got race results yet. Oh, I gotta see if I.
Yep. Luckily, we have friends that are all being nice, saying hello, welcome, and Buleman dashed my dreams.
Yeah, not happening, huh?
Not happening.
But it was a good try. It was a good try. He's feeling sad about it. Next World in the house. Thank you. I was definitely under the weather last night. I've been having some pretty severe stomach issues here lately. I've got another thing going on, so I was not feeling good at all last night. Basically, it's right now if I eat anything, it causes major problems. So, needless to say, good news is I've lost like 14 pounds in 2 weeks. So
I guess that's one way to spin it.
Sure.
Sure. Nice. Next ball's coming to us from X.
Oh, awesome.
X is gonna give it to you. Oh wait, sorry.
Awesome.
I can't help but think of songs. You're definitely gonna have to work on getting that clip for give it away now.
I know, right? All right, so our race is concluded, and hopefully somebody can post the results for us in the server chat here.
Yeah, someone copy and paste.
Somebody get a screenshot of the results. That would be.
I mean, they did the race. I wonder what the qualifiers were, because I'm very curious about how the qualifying lap worked. I wanted to see that.
I know, me too.
And kind of get through it. Heat 2.
All right. Well,
so Buellman said he'll stream Heat 2.
Right. So we'll see if we can. We're actually going to try to get in there again and see if we can get in there.
What I'm hoping is that we didn't get in before the race started, because we couldn't get in because there was a missing spot. But if the spots are full and we get in before the race starts, we might be able to, stream it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So here we go.
See.
We do have the results though. We have San Mahoney as the winner of heat number 1 with a 3:32.141. Metashpook coming in second with a 3:42.02. Wolf Warner in third with a 3:45.469. And then both Phalos and TB125 failing to qualify for this week's finals, coming in the 4th and 5th spot. So San Mahoney, Metashpook, and Wolf Warner, congratulations on winning heat number 1. That was an interesting race. The times are very dramatic in there.
Actually,
so I would be.
I was going to make a comment about that, because before, remember, everything was always really tight.
Yeah.
Right. Now you really start to see the difference in racing, because it's just harder.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking what, a 19-second difference there between 1st and 5th place. So
yeah,
that's very interesting. Very interesting for sure.
Wolf Warner, San Mahoney, and Metashpook move on to the finals. Congratulations.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and put the code up there to give away a cart. This is a Lucky Logger go-kart coming to us from Custom Craft Universe. Hashtag glug glug.
I guess that's better than Haktua.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Got to do it. Had to do it.
Had to do it. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh my God, that was funny. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, hashtag glug glug, and get in there and win yourself a Lucky Logger go-kart, brought to you from Custom Craft Universe. Oh, good Lord. All right, let's
good to be back.
I know. All right, let's check out who is racing in heat number 2. We have Matsuda that's going to start the race for us. Funky Beats, Buellman, Akapropi, M. Wagamizzi, and Wanderer 1976 all racing in heat number 2. So we are going to go ahead and get that race started. And while we do that, we'll be right back after this commercial break. And don't forget your hashtag glug glug. All right, and that was a message from Spooky Dookies. Right now, they are running a special. If you go to either one of any of their showrooms, I believe there's like 4 of them. I don't know where they're at. They're everywhere. They're Queens and San Francisco and a couple other places. But if you go right now and buy 2 of their ornaments, you will get one for one UPX. I have no idea how long that sale's running, but I saw him posted on the show last night. Even though I wasn't there, I did get to watch some of it. So uh, buy 2, get 1 at Spooky Dookies near you.
Spooky Dookies. People are getting creative with names and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And
I've always liked the Spooky Dookies, though.
oh yeah, me too. And I'll tell you what, the meta venture process now is so smooth and easy. It's ridiculous. I opened up a new showroom in New Orleans. It was ready to go on Monday. I went to New Orleans and put in my application Monday morning at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 11:30, my showroom was set up and open. It
What?
2.5 hours. Took them 2.5 hours from application
Well,
to opening.
that's much better than my 2.5 years, so I guess that's good.
Right?
But I'm not bitter.
The process has moved along quite well. I can tell. Not bitter at all.
Okay, this is being therapeutic for me. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Matt Suter has posted a code up there. We're just waiting on the drivers to get in there. We have once again Matt Suter, Funky Beats, Buellman, Akapropi, and Wagamizzi, and Wonder 1976. The race is up and ready to go. And if we don't get all the drivers, I might actually sneak in as a driver this time because
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we can send the race up. So we've got Wander in there, we've got Buellman in there, we've got Akapropi in there. So that means we are missing Funky Beats.
Ooh, I hope the ninjas show up today.
Yeah, Funky Beats is the only one missing right now.
Yeah, and Caesar was out in the first heat, so ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. That could hurt those team standings quite a bit for sure.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get him in there. And once again, while we're waiting for everybody to get in their qualifying heats, don't forget hashtag glug glug. I just have to say it a million freaking times now because it's funny as shit. Hashtag glug glug and get yourself a really cool cart. No,
wrong
wrong
one.
one. Let's do that one. Hashtag glug glug and get you a really cool cart from Custom Craft Universe. Let's put it back up there. It is a Lucky Logger go kart. It is basically a barrel of booze on the back of 4 wheels. So how can you go possibly
it's
go
like-
wrong with that?
It's like your normal golf cart experience.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. All right. Race starts in about 3.5 minutes. I still do not see Funky Beats in there. Maybe give her a tag.
And as Buellman mentioned, you got to also think about the fact that you do have the qualifying lap, and that takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Yes.
So you got to get in.
Yeah, gotta get in there quick and get that qualifying lap going. All right, let's see. All right, I am going to go ahead and jump in.
You'll have the slowest qualifier ever.
Yeah, I'm going to jump
2 hours later. Oh,
in.
sorry.
I'll go in with a fairly fast car. Let's.
But not a S1E.
No, it won't be an S1E.
But S2?
I'll do an S1.
Ooh, that's not good. You know.
No, you don't think? All right.
No,
How about an
do
S2? I'll do an
S2.
S2. I got
You have all of them, so just do an
I know.
S2.
I'll do an S2. Yeah. All right. S2. Here we go. All right. Funky Beats.
Buellman is
no
streaming.
Ooh, good to know.
Buellman is live.
let's
in
put
race
that
day.
on the screen, just in case. Have that ready to go in case we need to move over there. I am in the race though, and it looks like Funky Beat's not going to make it. We got a minute 48. I got to run my qualifier real quick.
Yep, run your qualifier. Get it done. What are you still waiting for?
I know. Here, everybody can watch me wheel around in my red S2 on this crazy, and we can kind of walk through this track a little bit while we're doing this. So as you can see, the starts are really slow. Skidding pretty much anything over about 90 kilometers or so will skid you out. I am using brake on some of these.
Brake!
The skid there. Nope, it didn't hit the brake in time. Yeah. Slow this bad boy down a little bit.
Oh.
Nope, too fast. Too fast.
That
Oh
wasn't
nope,
too
didn't
bad.
skid around that one. That wasn't too bad. I got to brake again because we're coming up on another one here. Let's see if I can get around this one. There we go. Got around that one. Got around that one. Let's see if I can use a boost here to jump up. And so really, that's about the only boost spot. But if you consider that you're going to do that in an S1E, it's you going into this turn is going to hurt. Oh, I made it without a skid. But I basically braked.
Yeah, you didn't skid because you.
Yeah, I brake from the time that I came out of the boost, basically.
Yeah, but you see your speed? I mean, might as well take the skid. I don't know what's worse, the skid or the braking.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. All right. So we did get the qualifying in. I'm interested to see who qualified in the first place spot here.
We'll find out. You did. Oh wait, no.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Buellman, you can jump out of there now.
Yeah, he turned it off. Yep.
Okay, good. Hello, Milton. Welcome to the stream. And here we go. We are off. Matsuda getting the pole and the nice start. And there we go. Everybody skidding around that first turn. Wander 1976 gets a nice little jump, but here comes everybody else. You get that skid, and there was a clash there. M-Wagon Mizzy taken up into first place. Wander 1976 in second. Akapropi in third. And here we go. The skid corners begin. And we're going to bunch them all up in a big crash around that turn, giving Buellman, who makes it through, the advantage. But here comes Matsuda, and he has jumped up into the lead, crashing out Buellman on that turn. He was able to use a boost to jump up in there a little bit faster, and now Wander is back up into the lead. Matsuda in second. And oh my goodness, and there is the hairpin that's going to grab everybody. This thing is that in the third place line. Here we go. Matsuda still in first place. Wander 1976 in second. Wander getting around that turn pretty good, but Matsuda making a beautiful run on that turn. Obviously using some brake method there pretty well. Buellman still holding out in third place. Akapropi in fourth. M-Wagon Mizzy in fifth. And Mass Chef hanging out there, just doing his thing in camera mode.
Yeah, just remember not to get in their way when they lap you.
Yeah, and here we go. So Matsuda making good use of the braking system there, able to make it around those turns very quickly, with Wander 1976 coming in a nice right in behind him. But Matsuda using another boost. Wander also grabbing the boost there, going to try to catch up to Matsuda. And here we go into the hairpin. That's nasty. And
whoa!
With already being in the skid, was able to make it around that turn
Wow.
fairly well and get a nice little lead
That
on
was
Wonder
some of the
1976 at this time. So that was an
that
interesting
was
take.
wow. I don't know what he did, but you know, when people kind of just use the gravitational, the apex of the turn to
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of skid into the turn and go. That's sort of what he did.
Kind of what it looked like, yeah. So we got Matsuda in first with a pretty commanding lead over second place. Fuelman there in third, making a nice run around. Let's see if we can. And we got Mwaga making a move up on the outside and jumping into Buellman there, but I think Buellman's going to make it out of the turn a little bit better and get back to Mwaga, who drops down, and there goes Akrapropi taking the lead from Mwaga into the fourth place spot. But Matsuda still with a huge lead over this pack, and there
Let's
he
see
goes.
this again.
Let's see it, and nope, not so lucky
Nope,
that
not this time.
And here comes Wander, 1976.
He's
Catch
trying.
up to him, but not enough, I don't think. And no, Matsuda was able to get around that turn. Let's see, we got three more turns here. There's one. He made it around that one with a nice break. Two. And can Matsuda hold off Wander to get in there? And he does. Matsuda with the win. Wander 1976 in second place. And Buellman trying to make his way around there to maintain that third place spot. Obviously getting back around Akrapropi, and he does get in there for the third place finish. Wow, what a race that was.
Don't forget to get the screenshot.
Yeah. Let me finish my race here.
Yep.
Come on. There we go. All right, there we have it. Matsuda with the win. Wander 1976 with a beautiful second place finish there. Buellman in third. Akrapropi coming in fourth. Mwagamizzi in fifth. So we have our top six now that are going to make their way to the finals. That is, let's see, we've got.
So it's going to be Sam Mahoney, Wolf Warner, Metaspook, Matsuda R, Buellman, and Wonder in 1976.
There we have it. You got it. And do we have a starter?
I'm trying to figure out if it was Matsuda or.
I'm looking right now. 332.14. And I believe it's going to be Sam Mahoney. Yeah, Sam Mahoney with a 332.14 is going to get the starting spot. Of course, that means nothing because we are doing qualifying laps now. Since the qualifier.
Oh, so qualifying even for the final?
Yep, even for the final. Yep, we're going to qualify for everything. Just makes it a little more fair across the board. So, congratulations to all our finishers. We have 5 entries in for our cart, so we are going to go ahead and give that away. Hashtag Glug Glug is your final chance to get
Give
in
it
there.
away, give it away, give it away now.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Hashtag Glug Glug. Let's get this drawing going. Well, add to stage. Come on, here we go. All right, we got 5 entries in this time. Let's see who's going to win this really cool cart here. And Metaspook is the winner. One of our URL racers. Congratulations, Metaspook.
Nice.
And you can go ahead and signal Sam Mahoney to start the final race there.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm going to set up one more thing. Come on.
I got to say, I thought Matsuda ran a really great race, and he was still 7 seconds behind Sam's time.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy for sure.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see how racing evolves. One of the things that I said very early on was what I liked about RNG is that it made racing available to everyone.
Yeah.
Now it's getting to the point where it is very difficult to race if you don't practice, put the work in. And so it will limit the pool of people who actually race competitively.
I agree with that, and I also think they do have the consumables that came out, and although honestly, in my opinion, um, I don't think the consumables is a very good thing yet. They're expensive. They don't really the the
We're
return
not
on
using them in URL.
yeah, we're not going to use them in URL, but the return on investment for them right now is not there. Um, so
Yeah, like the
plug, plug.
consumables. All right, that is pretty awesome.
Oh my god! Oh, Jage, that was awesome. Anyway, what we were saying is I
Consumables will not make a beginner compete with like the likes of some of the Mahoney drivers, for example.
agreed. I just don't think that, and I do think that that's going to limit it a little bit. However, with the Upland Racing Series going on during each season, I can tell you that uh, kart racing has gone out of control. Um, there's so many people kart racing right now, and now that we've got some of the shorter tracks in there, for kart racers, it's becoming a lot more competitive and a lot more fun. And big shout out to the Upland Garage. They're having the Cat's Meow tournament right now, which is a kart race, an S2E race, and a track hero race, and the three combined times will determine the winner. So that's pretty cool. And then also a shout out to Fast Track Community. They are doing kart races, uh, giving out tons of prizes. It's very cool, and they race every night. They race every night, 7 p.m. Eastern time for an hour. So you can jump in and catch some of those kart races. They race for 1,500 UPX, the smallest point value that you need to get points for the Upland Racing Series. But it's a ton of fun. So I encourage everybody to start small. Go grab yourself a cart and start learning the mechanics and getting in those kart races because it is a lot of fun. Um, so we are missing one driver, and let's see.
The
We have San Mahoney in there, Metaspook.
I, I will say that the Upland Racing Series, I know we keep a tight look on that, plus we work with Upland on those too. And for me, that's where we're able to find our racers for the URL season because obviously we want, competitive racing. And the folks that finish in the top 10 in the URS are usually great kind of contenders for URL racing.
Yeah,
And we only need 12 drivers. It's not like we need 150 drivers. So we really just want 12 of the best of the best.
right. And
So,
we've been very successful with getting the best drivers here in URL. So hats off to these guys because they really put in the work and they work hard to be good at it. And then
yeah.
Upland, even when they throw at us, the curveballs of the mechanics changes and stuff like that, these guys are still getting in there and practicing and getting their racing down. So it's good to
Yeah.
see. Good news is I was able to get in as a spectator on
So
the
it's just
final
when
race.
it's under,
So it's when it's under 6 drivers. So
and the races started, the code won't work anymore.
right.
We had that problem before.
Yeah, so I think that is a similar problem to what we had before. So we've
Yeah.
got about a
So they
minute
should be able to
18.
fix it.
Yeah, we've got about a minute 18. Wolf Warner is finishing up his qualifying lap now. As it sits, we have San Mahoney sitting in the pole position at a 1:12:438, which is super fast around that track. Let's go ahead and check out the qualifying laps
Wolf
that are
Warner
going right
coming in
now.
at the 5.
Yeah, Wolf Warner jumping ahead
Push
of
Buellman
Buellman
down.
there, coming in the 5th spot. Matsuda in number 2, Wanderer in the 3rd place spot, Metashpook in 4. Metashpook, I love that Block Explorer. That's a really cool Block Explorer. But anyway, so
7
all
seconds
right.
between first and 6, and these are some of
Yeah.
the best drivers in Upland.
And so we've
Wow.
got about 20 seconds to go here before we're ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and put in a new hashtag for you, hashtag Iceman. And this will get you an Iceman USA cart. These are super cool. Hashtag Iceman right now.
You
And
can go do your own racing.
get yourself a cart and jump in there. You'll be able to get into racing right away. So here we go. We're getting ready to start this finals race for week number 2 of the Upland Racing Series, brought to you by the UPX podcast. So let's get it.
This should be good. I'm kind of looking forward to this.
The races do seem to be starting a lot better now.
Yeah.
A lot less waiting on it. So here we go. Sam Mahoney making a jump over into the right-hand lane as soon as he possibly could and able to make it around that turn without skidding. And here we go. It looks like Sam Mahoney's making good use of those brakes. And he is, and you can just look at, we're focused in on his time right now. And you can see when he's applying his brake. For instance, right now, he's jumped it way down.
But it paid off.
It looks like the brake is paying off to get around the track. So as you can see, Sam Mahoney in first place, Matsuda in second. Buellman coming up to take the 3rd place spot right now. And again, making use of those brakes and getting around that turn. Getting up ahead of Metashpook, who was unable to make the turn without braking there. And here we go. This is the dangerous turn that everybody is talking about.
Sam Mahoney did it. He did that cut. They cut through the corner.
Yeah,
they found the angle.
They definitely did, and he's maintaining foot on the brake there. Here comes Matsuda in second place, and Wander 1976 has made his way up into 3rd, along with Metashpook in 4th. And it looks like we got a huge battle right here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Trying to get around these corners is absolutely brutal unless you are using your brake. It's going to take a lot more practice for these guys to get used to the new mechanics of racing. Sam
Mahoney is just gone.
He is
gone.
Completely gone.
Gone.
And as a matter of fact, you cannot even see him. You could barely see him from Matsuda's car here, making those turns. Just incredible. The way he's able to get around those turns. Matsuda using a boost there. Here comes Wander 1976 in 3rd, Metashpook in 4th, Wolfwarner in 5th, Buellman in 6th. And once you get behind, it is so hard to get caught back up, as you can see, because Sam Mahoney's still just making a huge run.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible. On lap 3 now, Sam Mahoney in the lead. Making good use of these turns. And here we go. He's applying the brake again here. Does take a skid there, but it's not too bad. Only drops him down to about 152. And a huge break right here, down to less than 100. About 112 on that turn, so that's not too bad. Gives everybody kind of a something to look at as they start their practice runs for next week. As we look at some of these racing techniques that are going around, really, really super important, once again, to use those brakes. Sam Mahoney just with a monstrosity of a lead.
And did he boost into the turn?
I don't know if he did or not. I didn't.
It's almost like he boosted.
And it looks like Sam Mahoney is going to take the win here. Matsuda in second. He's got Metashpook now has come up into third place, and Metashpook could get out. Oh, it got tight there. Metashpook in third, Wanderer in fourth. Wolf Warner now coming up into the fifth place spot. Buellman just obviously lost control there, trying to catch back up. Wolf Warner in fifth, Buellman in sixth, but still a top six finish for the Castle Elite team. So that is good. Going to get the points up on the board. San Mahoney and Matsuda again placing 1 and 2 on the track once again. Great race. Congratulations to those guys, because that is spectacular racing.
And you screen cap.
I am screen capping right now.
Thank you.
And
That was a great race. It was a bit nuts, and wow.
yeah, fantastic racing. And again, it's just ultra important to learn those the new techniques that are out there. It's going to take a while. We I find it hard to believe that the Mahoney MV team is going to be able to maintain this momentum with the new mechanics. Again, I could be 100% off base there. They obviously did some practice over the course of this last week. As well as everybody else, because quite honestly, even Buellman coming in with a 402, still a great time on that track. So they're all going to compete no matter what. It's kind of instilled in them at this point to keep competing. So hats off to all of them. That's fantastic job.
That was really good. Yeah, I got to say that was kind of crazy, and I'm looking forward to seeing sort of how it evolves and keeps growing. Next week, Twin Lakes, Next World.
Absolutely, and don't forget, jump in there right now. Hashtag Iceman, and get your hands on an Iceman USA go-kart and have a chance to jump in there and get in on some racing in the Upland Racing Series, because honestly, I think the go-kart racing right now is just insane. It's absolutely out of control. So if you don't have a go-kart, or if you're just an avid collector like me who has hundreds of them now, um, gotta jump in there and get yourself an Iceman ghost cart. Hashtag Iceman right now. We're going to give you about another minute because we are going to go ahead and jump into. I want to talk a little bit about where we're headed to next.
Twin Lakes.
Is not the right.
And everyone always makes fun of me for Miss B. I'd say Miss B. This is Miss B's racetrack.
The Lickby Talk. Yes, this is Miss B's track at Twin Lakes. This is sponsored by Next World. We have some really, really cool giveaways for next week's races. We're going to give away a few more carts. We're also have some entry-level Next World statues to give away, and we're going to give away 4 of those. And those will get you early beta access to the Next World level layer 2 system that they've got going on. So make sure you tune in next week, same time, same channel, all that stuff, you know it, and get yourself a Next World statue, because that gets you early access. Those I think sell for about 15 or 20 bucks on the in their shops right now. So super cool for them to donate those for us to give away and bring in some more people to the Next World project. So super awesome. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and give away this Iceman cart. We've got 4 entries in there. Let's see who's going to get it.
I'm smiling because the race day channel for just the drivers, it's always so much fun to see what they're saying. Hey, look who! Nice.
Ja
Fast
Rashad,
track.
very nice. Very cool. Congratulations. Dak, write that down. Let's make sure we get Ja
Oh yeah,
Rashad
yeah.
is
Hold on.
winning cart. And for those of you who don't know, Ja Rashad is from the fast track community. So jump in there, get over on their Discord. You can access it from the Upland Racing Discord. And kart racing. If you're into kart racing, these guys are a lot of fun. We have a really good time. They race nightly, so jump in there. And then don't forget this weekend's event in the Upland Garage for the Cats Meow Series. Qualifying ends this evening, and finals will be tomorrow night. So if you're not in there, jump in there as well. So congratulations to all of our winners once again. Happy to be back here racing on the Upland Racing League here on the MRNN network. And Dak, anything else? You got anything for before we sign out of here?
No, I gotta say, as you mentioned, it's almost 3 years since we started URL, and seeing the fast track and some of the other folks that are racing, and just how racing is kind of taken off, and all of the different folks that are getting involved in it. It's good to have racing back in Upland, because, as I said, it just doesn't feel like Upland without racing it nowadays. And so I'm happy
Yeah.
to see it. I'm happy to be there, and glug glug all the way.
Right on. Well said. All right, folks. That's the end of our show for this week. We will see you next week, and I will see you on the track.